Hi everyone. Oh, something is not showing up here. Why is it not showing up? Hi, how are you guys? There we go. Yes, there we go. How are you? Happy weekend. Can you guys hear me all right? I don't think the game itself has any sound yet, so nothing about that so far. I sound good? Thank you. Hi, Say. Hi, Onyx. Hi, Bella. Hi. So, fun fact, earlier I was testing out Ace Attorney, right? I wanted to take a look at the settings, make sure the settings were all right. And I went to take a look at the languages. I didn't realize Ace Attorney had so many like dubbed languages, but hold on, let me just show you guys. So, oops, what the hecky? Everything's falling apart. Everything's. There we go. All right. So earlier I went into options, right? And then I went to languages and I was like, oh, what kind of languages are there, you know? Okay. You know, what languages are there? Am I freezing again? That sucks. And I was like, okay, let's listen to the Japanese language. So I switched it to the Japanese language. And when you switch the language and then you hit enter, it changes into. So there's a voice that says objection, right? And I didn't realize that they had different characters saying objection. So when I switched it to Japanese, there was just this really high-pitched, like girly voice going like objection. And I was like, what the heck? There's no way Phoenix Wright sounds like that in the Japanese version, right? But anyways, I figured it out that it was different characters saying objection. There we go. Game settings. Do I want text skip? I don't want text skip, I think. Maybe single box skip. Story mode. Okay, text speed. I kind of want it. Well, I have story mode off, so that doesn't matter. Man, I wasn't laggy earlier, but now I am. What the heck? Okay, so now that we got everything back, there we go. So we're gonna get started. So I said last time that today's stream was gonna start earlier because I thought it was gonna be a longer stream, but I had my sister doing some research into Ace Attorney, and she said that the first case was relatively short. It's like an hour and a half, which is about how long my streams usually are. So I decided to just start my stream at my usual time. But then after this stream, all of the Ace Attorney episodes, she said, were around like 3 to 4 hours. So if I end up playing Ace Attorney on the weekends, then that will be the earlier stream. And then I heard that, what was it, the last episode in this game, it's like it takes 7 to 10 hours to play. So there's no way that one's gonna be like one stream, I don't think. But that was just a quick explanation why today's stream was like at our usual time. Anyways, let's get started. I think I was told that even though there was a dubbing option in options, there actually isn't really voices other than like, you know, sudden effects like objection. Everything is just like beep 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 beep. Anyways, new game. Oh, episodes. No, play this game. Wait, I should have taken a look. Episode 1, the first turnabout. This guy looks. You know, I don't want to judge people on first impressions, but sir, your first impressions is not good. This guy's first impressions is not good. And then this is the statue of David with blood behind him. So off the cuff, I'm guessing the statue of David was used to bludgeon someone, but that's just me. Play the first turnabout? Yes. Lawyer ties. Oh, I should get a tie on. Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this. Not like this. I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. I'll make it look like he did it. August 3rd, 9:47 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. You know, I wasn't wrong. He did look shady. My first impressions weren't wrong. Boy, am I nervous. Right! Ooh, hello. Hiya, Chief. Oh, she's pretty. Hello, ma'am. Whew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. Ooh. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! It's either it's over or it's over. It's one of those two. Say you did it? You're the guy with the mole in the middle of his forehead with the maroon suit? Nice eyelash. Nice necklace, right? I think that's like one half of like yin and yang, right? I never remember which side's yin and which side's yang. Another hot lawyer. Sounds like nepotism. Well, nepotism is more like, isn't nepotism like family ties? My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Oh! His eyes! Butts? Buttes? Nick! Hey there, Larry. Wait, why is he calling us Nick? Is it like Phoenix? Nick? Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished! I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? His eyes. Mabel! Hey! I'm guessing Mabel really likes Larry. Not gonna lie, I really like Larry too. I feel like I would kind of be like Larry in this situation. Like, just let me go. Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me who took my baby away. The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? Oh, he's the boyfriend. The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. Butts? Butts? My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. This school had a saying, this poor guy. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Man, I'm really starting to identify with Larry. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. August 3rd, 10 o'clock. Oh boy. I've seen that animation before. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh my god. Ahem. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Do they usually announce whether or not it's your first trial? I feel like that's bias. That's gonna create bias. Yes, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to What? To ascertain your readiness? Yes, Your Honor. Handshaking, eyes fading. There's no way they do this in real. Can you imagine? If you're a lawyer and the first trial you go to, this is what happens? Oh my god. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Okay. I feel like off the cuff, I would accidentally say Phoenix Wright. Like if I was a lawyer in the situation, I hear a name and I go like, my name? Phoenix. Larry. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Oh. No. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim, of course. I know the victim's name. I just forgot temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? Not Mia. Cindy. Cindy's autopsy report. Cindy something. Cindy Stone. Oh my god. She has a Team Rocket haircut. Look at that. She has a Team Rocket haircut. Oh, she's a model. 22. So we've known Larry for 23 years. So we've known him since we were in diapers? Or actually since grade school? So are we older than Larry? Winston Payne, the prosecutor for this case, lacks presence, generally bad at getting his points across. Oh my god, he's me for real, for real. My boss and a very good defense attorney. Faye and Co. Okay. Backspace. Cindy Stone. Cinder Block. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Oh, what did this actually say? Yeah, blunt trauma. Heck yeah. She was struck once by a blunt object. Oh, dang. One hit? Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Fake it till you make it! Well, then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker. Oh, did I say Statue of David earlier? I think I said Statue of David. My bad. But yes, it's the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Fun fact, did you know that the gavel is only a symbol of the law in America, not in Canada? So for any of my Canadians out there, if you see a website advertising law in Canada, and you see like a picture of a gavel on the website, just pay attention to that. Like, it could be a legitimate website, but apparently the gavel is only a symbol of law in America. And maybe in other countries too, but not in Canada, apparently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Oh, he looks cocky as heck. Ahem! Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it! Oh my god, his eyes. Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra, and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you described is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. Okay, well, did you look into that guy? What do you mean, one of them? Lies! All of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. Oh, so this is in America. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Passport added to the court record. On 7/30. August 30th. January, February, March, and April, May, June... Oh, never mind. July 30th. Indeed. She appeared to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way! The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Don't go victim shaming. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... if you think that he's gonna run his mouth, then I think I should stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof. Thanks. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? Shut up. That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I feel like I need a roll of duct tape. Shush, right? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Oh. Well, did you or did you not? Ha? Ha ha. Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Larry. Hi, Beetle. It's okay. Uh-oh, he went. Dude, what? Why don't you know this? What do I do? Have him answer honestly or stop him from answering? Well, I mean... I think having him answer honestly, it's just, did you go there? Yes, I did. I feel like that's not really like an incendiary answer. Unlike, oh, what do you think about your girlfriend cheating on you? I feel like that would have been an incendiary answer if he got all heated. But having him answer honestly is like, yeah, I was over there. But knowing the game dialogue, it's probably gonna be like, yeah, I was there. What's it to you? Mm-hmm. You know? You don't know if honesty is the best policy? The never trust butts? Okay. If two of you are saying don't, I'll... You know what? What is it? It's kind of like ignorance is bliss. If he doesn't say anything, then there's no chance of him running his mouth, right? I'll send him a signal. Lie like a dog. No, I didn't want him to lie. I wanted him to shut up. Well, see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? No, I didn't want him to lie. Phoenix, what the hell? It's either shut up or tell the truth. Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. We have a witness that can prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day. Well, that simplifies matters. Who's your witness? Your witness better be a camera or else it's like, what is it? It's a... What's that type of witness called? Like, untrustworthy witness? No. Well, it better be a freaking camera. Otherwise, I don't trust any witness you're bringing forward. The man who found the victim's body. Okay, well, that's probably the murderer. Just before making the gruesome discovery, he saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit. He saw it. Sawit to the stand. That looks like a snake. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. He's a seedy salesman. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Yeah, exactly, he saw it. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Witness testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. He looks so sus. I feel like we need to arrest him just because he looks sus. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I saw the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Okay, first things first, from that first opening cutscene, he was definitely inside the apartment. He bludgeoned Cindy. And it seemed like Larry was leaving from next door. He said he didn't go inside, so how did he try to use the phone? Right. So there's already a few little discrepancies there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? Dude, shut... I have beef. I have beef with so many people. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawat used was one of those. Your Honor, I have record of the blackout for your perusal. Blackout record added to the court record. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Mr. Wright, did you go to law school by chance? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is it your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court. And then once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions in the tab. Mia kawaii! I was going door to door selling. First, I want to take a look at what I have. Time of death. Isn't it this right here? Because then he said that he ran to the phone and called 911 at 1 p.m. And apparently the cause of death was at 4 to 5 o'clock. So it's definitely this, but I'm gonna wait. Electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this. Okay. I thought he must be in a hurry because thinking about a strange, I looked inside the apartment, then I saw her lying on the... I'm gonna need an ice pack after all the times I'm face bombing. I can't believe this guy. Phone wasn't working. Nearby park found a public payphone. 1 p.m. I know for sure that all of these like puzzles are gonna be a lot more difficult after this, but right now this one I'm pretty sure it's that one. It was this one. Do I have to go to the specific one to present? This one. Present. Present. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. No body to find. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Why did you sound like a middle school girl just now? Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. Oh, but he said he was certain. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit? Why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Hello! Hello, hello. Kirin-san? Hello! Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Round 2. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? There was a blackout. Didn't you just say there was a blackout, so there was no electricity? So how was the television on? Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Haha! Phoenix Wright is the name called Naruhodo Ryuichi. His name is really Naruhodo? That's so funny. You know what to do. I got this. Heck yeah! The time of discovery. Probably coming from the television. It was a blackout. Yeah, you presented this. E. Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of discovery. And this record proves it. Becker. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. What's the kind of... What's it called when a witness is this is gonna hurt. This is gonna stick with me. What is that kind of witness called? Not untrustworthy. It's a different type of witness. Perjury, not lying in court. Mia Fey is called Ayasato Chihiro. Ayasato Chihiro. Does that mean anything? Because I know Naruhodo is like, I see, in Japanese. So the fact that Phoenix's last name is that in Japanese is quite funny. I need to search this up. unreliable. He's an unreliable witness. Like, at this point, he has to be considered an unreliable witness, right? Because he's already lied like twice on stand. Or like, you know, forgotten, quote unquote, something on the stand. So wouldn't he be considered like an unreliable witness then? Because usually unreliable witnesses are the ones who are like, you know, like they have like mental problems that causes them to be unreliable, or like they're known, you know, like they're known to you know, lie on the stand and stuff. I don't know at what point they can be considered unreliable though. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. Exactly. Saturn, you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Round 3. Let's go, baby. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. He saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. No, the murder weapon was the statue. Bro, are you not even listening to the prosecution? That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. First of all, no. Gladly. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There's a table clock. The murder weapon. No, the murder weapon was this thing. Frank Sawit is the name called Yamano Hoshio in Japan. Okay, Yamano. Yamano-san. Present. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? I mean, I guess this could kind of look like... Yeah. What? Yeah, you with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may... Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it. It says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Can you... Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. It is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Oh. I don't have anything to say about this, but like, can you show me the clock? Like, surely the evidence was brought into court, right? Fingers crossed that it is. Like, please? But also, why did this prosecution attorney not... Did he not... So he submitted false evidence. Well, he submitted like a false report of the evidence then. Bro. I have nothing to say. Can I inspect the statue? I don't think I can inspect anything. You sleazy, sleazy man. I'm gonna say... Go with my gut. See, I feel like I have to go with no, because if that is a clock... Can I save? Like, can I freaking... Oh, I can't save. Okay. I'm gonna go with no. I feel like I should demand to see the clock, though. The last time I went with my gut, Phoenix told Larry to lie. I'm gonna go with no. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. Right, are you out of your mind? That clock doesn't look like a clock at all. He never entered the apartment. It was in his testimony. Hey, you're right. Does the defense have anything to add? Yes, yes I do. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Oh. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. Oh. That was the sound you heard. Also, that's the dumbest clock I've ever heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit? The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Whoa, what's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the victim. Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock. I heard no. I mean, I saw. What the heck? What the heck was that? One? Was that a toupee? I hope that was a toupee. There's no way that just happened. When they say that he was found wigless, this is what he meant. Shut up, shut up, shut up! I hate you! It was him, I tell you! I saw him! Dude, you just ripped off your toupee in court and threw it at the defense attorney. He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death! Order in the court, I say! Your Honor, a moment, please! There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright! Your Honor? You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if he simply... What did he just say? Wait, there's no log? Can I not go back through the log? I feel like it has to be try sounding the clock. This is the stupidest clock I've ever heard of. This has got to be the most stupid clock. Let's sound the clock. Now, here... Listen! If the clock was in court this whole time... Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. Oh, that was the clock. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ack! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. Who's right? How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit. Okay, but does this mean that Larry can go? Because if Larry can go, that means my job is done. I'm a defense attorney. I'm not a prosecutor. I come all the way down here to testify and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime. Dude, if we're slime, what are you? I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. No, I feel like that was enough reasonable doubt for Larry to go. There's nothing I can do about it now. Surely there's someone out there who thinks so. Not so fast. Mia! Let's go, Mia! Mia, I mean, Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away, not like this. Think! But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Is it because she was in Paris? What's the time zone between Paris and the States? The States has 4 different time zones. Is the time difference between Paris and the United States 3 hours? But did she bring her clock with her to Paris? That's so funny. She has a thinker clock and she brought it with her to Paris? Wait. Maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ah, tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. I'm just saying, he already ripped off his toupee. The next thing he's gonna rip off, imagine if it's his like tie or something. By the end of this trial, he's just gonna be naked on the stand because he keeps ripping stuff off. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day. Oh, it's not 3 hours slow. It's fast. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Ah! Hey! Ah! Order, I say. First of all, that was an amazing pun. Second of all, was Frank the one that she brought back from Paris then? I guess not. Maybe he's just another one of her sugar daddies that got, like, you know, jealous. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness, he was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. I mean, to be fair, he's been arrested, but he hasn't had his trial yet. So, like, innocent... Was it innocent, until found guilty? Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Let's go! Let's go! And with that, this court is adjourned. Turned out that Frank Sawit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. Oh, I thought this was him coming out of her apartment and seeing him leaving his apartment. But this was before the murder. He was heading toward... Okay. When Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sawit let himself in to do his dirty work. And Larry left the door open. Larry... When he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sawit grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32. I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there! Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. No, it was 100% because of you, Mia. Mia, it was 100% because of you. Phoenix and I would have lost that case, 100%. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. Did we do good, Mia? Praise us, praise us. Pat our head. Maybe not Phoenix's head, but pat my head. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. Objection becomes Igiari? Igiari. My life is over. Dude. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Who the heck is Harry? Harry? Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts. I just got that. Hairy butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh my god, are Larry and Mia gonna end up together? We're losing a baddie to Larry? No, you know what? Larry... Actually, I don't know what kind of person Larry is. Maybe Larry is like a great guy, you know? He does seem like a nice guy. Oh, hey! Here, take this! It's a present! It's a present! Thanks? A present for me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Oh my god. Is Larry rizzing up Mia in front of my very own eyes? Actually, I made this clock for her. I hate to say this, no matter. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick! Guys, look at the way he was talking to her and look at his face talking to us. What is this double standard? If something smells, it's usually the butts. Larry Butts' name is Yahari Masashi. Yahari! You believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just wanna cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? Oh my god, I say that too. Squeeze me? I think she's thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Uh-huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Dude, I don't know what Mia is talking about. I think the girl thought at least a little of him. I think it's like the statue, right? Like, if she didn't like him, then she wouldn't keep the statue type of thing. I think that's just the only thing that would kind of make sense. Because I don't see how anything else kind of makes sense. Check this out, Larry! Proof positive that you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled. Well, whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. Dude. Ain't nobody taking this junk. Except for Say. Say would take it with it. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. That would be kind of interesting. Is there like an episode where we're doing a case and our client's actually guilty? And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. right? Listen, learn, grow strong, never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Hey, how about dinner? On me. Suck on that, Larry. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah! Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Are we able to pull Mia? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." I thought this was going to say Larry slapped me because I thought it was going to be Larry slapped me because we went on a date with Mia. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock you gave Mia. See, this is why I thought that we were a broke defense attorney. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. Get rid of that clock. Just... And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Did she die? The end. Brand new episode has been added. Save your progress? Yes. Wait, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I know. I didn't want to get into the next episode. Hold on, where? As cool as Mia is, you'll stick to Sai Nijima? Sai Nijima. Who's Sai? Shoot. Oh, Persona. Enter. Okay. Do I have anything in the gallery? No, I don't want to see this. Continue. Wait, can I? Okay, no, I can't. Oh well, I thought I was gonna be able to see the cover art for the next episode. I kind of wish I could, but I guess I can't. I kind of want to play Persona. Maybe not while I'm playing Ace Attorney, maybe in the future, but because Persona seems interesting. But anyways, what do you guys think about the first episode of Ace Attorney? I definitely thought it was interesting. Parts of it was definitely really funny. I can see why people really like it. The toupee, that was hilarious. You can only imagine how much more complex. Yeah! I think, because it's kind of like Murders on the Yangtze River, right? Where it started off fine, and then as the cases got longer, it was a lot more difficult to go through the trials. And okay, I really don't like the questions that are like, do you want to, like, do you think this is fine? Like, I don't like those yes or no questions. Those stress me out because there's so much nuance to it that I can see how no and yes are the right answer. So whenever there's like a yes or no question, I hate it. Because how was I supposed to know that when Phoenix was like, oh, should I tell Larry to tell the truth or not? It's like, well, if he tells the truth, then this would happen. But if I say no, it could either be like, shut up, like the first option, the first time we had the yes or no, it was either, oh, do this or shut up. So the second option, when it was like tell the truth or not, I thought it was going to be tell the truth or shut up. But no, it was tell the truth or tell a lie. Can I reload directly to that question? No, I actually overwrote that save. Dang it. Actually, you know what? Wait, what are these? Wait, let's go here. I'm just gonna quickly skip through all of this. Like it frustrated me that the yes or no questions, because I don't know the way that they were thinking, you know? Like I didn't want him to tell a lie, but I thought that one was gonna be more like shut up, you know? I hope that in the future episodes there isn't gonna be more of the yes or no kind of questions. Okay, let's quickly um let's do full auto skip, and then I'll change that back. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly skip through all of this and then see if we can get there. I don't want there to be a lot of "Are you sure?" questions. My bad. But I think I really do enjoy being able to try to, you know, the whole contradictions and everything was really interesting. Oh, this whole thing of like having to he was testing us in court. That's so unfair. So unfair of him to test us in court. Like, dude. Get with a blunt object. The freaking statue. The statue also annoyed me so much. The whole statue was a clock thing. That that annoyed me so much. Because this entire time they were saying it was a statue. Just for him to pull that out of like thin air saying that it was a clock. I don't know how I wasn't able to think of that. Like how would he have known it was a clock without even the freaking attorneys knowing that it was a clock? Okay, let's quickly go through. See, wait and see what happens. Stop him from answering. I kind of want to do wait and see what happens now that we've been through it. So wait and see what happens. Might be better not to get involved in this one. Well, Mr. Butts, dude, no way, that cheating she dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Okay, so this one was an illusion of choice because he said this even though we told him to shut up. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. Excuse me. All roads lead to the same end. Thank you. Yeah, I believe the accused mode. Yeah, so everything led to that same conversation. Yeah, so let's have him answer honestly this time. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth. Yeah, I was there. I went. Order? Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness. Okay, so nothing really changed here. Okay, I might as well do a bunch of little tests here to see what I can do in the future. Okay, witness testimony. There we go. Larry, why did you tell the truth? Dude! Okay, so everything would have given me a headache. Good to know that every single choice would have given me the same reaction. Okay, but I love the whole rubbing it in the witness's face thing. That was great. Okay, so it was 1 p.m. So I want to try presenting evidence of the 1 p.m. thing on something that wasn't the 1 p.m. So I kind of want to do this. Please think over the facts. Okay, so it has to be at the exact same moment. Okay, so I have to present the evidence at the same time as he was talking about the time. So if I want to object to the 1 p.m., I have to present it on this statement here. Okie dokie. Okay, good to know. There was no body to find. Seriously, why does this guy sound like a little girl? Objection! Okay, so tests. Ooh, wait, I feel like I skipped over that too quickly. I want to try giving like the wrong. I want to try giving wrong evidence. I want to try proceeding with. I want to try, just giving a random. Ooh, let's try giving my attorney's badge. Wait, the game audio is muted? God. Oh, you know what it is? Hi, Renary. Hello, hello. It's because I closed the game earlier so I wouldn't get spoiled. There we go, I think. Did that not work? What the heck? Okay, there we go. Yeah, because I actually finished the first episode and it immediately led to the second episode, and I didn't want the second episode to be spoiled before my next stream. It's so annoying. Okay, let's try submitting my attorney's badge. I think that would be funny. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Huh? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Try to think before you make accusations, Mr. Wright. Okay, and then my wrong answers seem to compile, so... You see when... Okay. Good to know all of this before I move on. And this record proves it. Okay, let's go through all of this. And that stupid clock! I want to go back. Okay, this part really annoyed me. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. This judge, he's so easily just influenced. It's annoying. Gladly. I saw it. There was a table clock on the apartment. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. No. Present. It was the statue that hit. This quote-unquote statue. So annoying. Wait a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? I thought that it was going to be a clock because, you know, this little like strip over here? The thing that's supposed to be the plaque? I thought that was going to be the, you know, where the clock displays its time, but it was even dumber. You and your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are? I'm a lawyer! Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Your Honor, if I may. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it and it says the time out loud. This is... I also find it really funny that halfway through the trial, I became the prosecutor, and the prosecutor became the defense attorney for Mr. Solid. Like, what the heck? So the murder the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. There's the clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? So before I clicked no, and we got reamed out by Mia for it. So let's try hitting yes. Your Honor, there's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the... Okay. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Okay, and then this image doesn't have the little strip over there, so... Okay, I feel like I can finish this now. Oh my god, this part! Shut up, shut up, shut up, I hate you! That's like probably my favorite part of this entire episode. Can I go back now? Yes, I can. Title screen. Nice. Yes. Okay. So if I go into episode selection. So this... Okay, so this is going to be the next episode. Let me take a picture of this so I can like thumbnail it. Episode 2. The Turnabout Sisters. Oh, is this Mia? Wait, is this Mia? Wait, don't answer that. But I think this might be Mia. This guy looks like a douche already. Maybe this is about Mia's sister, but it's saying that we could have told Mia about Larry and our past, but then after that we didn't have a chance, so... And then this one suddenly became very Gundam. And this one... Miles Edgeworth! I know who this guy is! And then this one, Rise from the Ashes. This looks like... I don't know. I was gonna say a Pikmin. Edgeman? He looks like he's going through something. Look at this. He looks like he's like having a migraine. I don't blame him. I I know quite a few people who really like Miles, so I'm looking forward to seeing him. He's always going through something. He's just like me, for real, for real. Oh, there's more at the bottom. Hold up. Sad. Okay, I'm just gonna point out who I think is the murderer just from the title screen. This guy was definitely Frank saw it. Frank did it. You like how they're all turnabout? What does that mean? Is turnabout like a reference to something? And then for this poster, I feel like the criminal is this guy. I feel like the criminal is either this guy or this girl right here. Because I feel like this guy looks like an ass. Like he looks like a jerk. But I feel like, you know, he's one of those guys who, like, even though he's a jerk, everything is going so well for him that I feel like he wouldn't be committing a crime. So I feel like it's not him. He might be like, oh, how could this happen to me? You know, I'm such a good guy. But in reality, he's like just some rich douche. So I feel like it's not him. I feel like the criminal is either it's one of these two. If it's her, I feel like for her, it would be like, oh, she's really sweet, but because of circumstances, she committed a crime to protect something or someone. As for this one, the turnabout samurai, I feel like the criminal... Oh, look, she has the same necklace as Mia. Maybe she's Mia's sister? Anyways, I think the criminal in this case could be this woman over here. Or her. But she could just be like an angry granny. Or him. You know, it's always like the people in the background who look like they could commit a crime. For this one, it's gotta be this guy, right? This guy has to be the criminal. Or imagine Miles Edgeworth looks like he's going through something. What if we are helping Miles out against this guy? And then as for this one, I feel like all of these are good guys. Maybe the bad guy is this Pikmin. But anyways, good first episode. I like that. That was much faster than I anticipated. I thought I was actually going to take like maybe 2 hours for the first episode. But good to know that this one's going to be relatively short. I think the next ones are going to be pretty long though. So if I search it up, how long is the gameplay for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy? Or each episode. Okay, the first case, 1 hour. The second one, about 3 to 4. The third one, 5, and then 5 to 6. And then 6 to 8! Jeez Louise. Okay, at least now I know how to plan my streams. Jeez. Yeah, 6 to 8 hours for the last case is crazy. So I think for maybe starting from case 3, I'll probably have to like split it up. Crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream here because there's nothing much for me to talk about now. But we will continue Ace Attorney. I'll probably make it as a Saturday thing again, unless I have something to do on Saturday, then it's a Sunday thing. But anyways, thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys had a fun time as well. Much, much shorter than I anticipated, but I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, good rest of your night, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.